Finally this evening to Bribie Island, where about 150 caravan park residents are fighting to keep their homes. Many retirees have spent their life savings on dwellings at the Bongaree Caravan Park, believing they would be able to live there forever. But although some people have lived there for decades, the state government says they should never have been allowed to do so. Maria Hatzakis reports.
It's an island paradise in the southeast, close to the capital, but in reality a world away. The residents of Bongaree Caravan Park thought they had found peace when they moved to Bribie Island.
I always say when the sun goes down, everybody goes to bed. But it's a lovely spot, lovely. I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's our own space. I can, if my watch stops though, I can usually look over at my neighbour's place over there and I'll say it's 5 o'clock, he's on his way over with 4 tinnies. But that's the lifestyle that we have.
But there's trouble in paradise.
Absolutely distraught. I think we've all cried buckets of tears.
Just heart-wrenching, you know, it's just, everybody was just so shocked.
Bongaree Caravan Park is home to about 150 residents. Most are retirees, but the state government has given them until 2020 to move out, saying they should never have been allowed to call the park home.
We've been here 14 months. We should never have been allowed to buy here. We spent $140,000 on the caravan. At the present moment, with the situation that we have, it's not worth anything to us.
The state government says it's not doing anything wrong.
Basically, as a state government, we own the land and the council as a trustee has it over as a community recreational space. So when it was set up, the intention was to provide short-term accommodation and affordable accommodation to people visiting Bribie Island.
Rita Megson has been living here for 30 years.
It's always stated that we are a permanent resident here, all the way through. Even the last letter I got was permanent. Well, how permanent's permanent?
People are actually very surprised when they walk in. They go, wow, you know, how nice is this? And we've gone for the beach theme, you know.
Roy and Bernadette Paulus moved here 5 years ago.
I'm on morphine 24 hours a day, and my wife is my carer. We live off the veteran affairs and some pension money, and that's all I can do now, and that's all my wife can do now. And this is where we need to stay.
The government says this situation can be resolved. It says it's up to the Moreton Bay Regional Council to decide what it wants to do.
In the first instance, we gave them a 10-year transition to say, well, why don't you spend the next 10 years working with local residents for alternative solutions? Or, in addition, they could take the option, as I said, of a renewable term lease so the residents can stay there.
But the council says that would cost it more than $200,000 every year, making it unaffordable.
There's $210,000 per annum. That equates to something like $80 to $100 on these, residents' fortnightly rentals, and that's just too onerous. They can't be sustained,
What I'm saying is I dispute the argument that there would have to be a huge increase. Council has obviously made a profit on this land for many years, and I think that there is a way that we can look at resolving this to ensure that those residents do not have to see huge price hikes.
Regardless of who's to blame, it's a fight between two levels of government, with needy people caught in the middle. The Queensland Council of Social Service says what's really needed is more affordable housing.
It's not just here, it's across the whole of the state really, because we've had some rapid growth in a lot of regional centres to do with mining and resource developments. I think there's very high need.
QCOS says caravan parks are an increasingly popular option for people who can't afford high rents.
There probably aren't a lot of options there. I mean, most of them, as I said, couldn't afford to buy their own house. If they've been there a long time, then they're part of that community on Bribie, and that's probably the sad part, is where they could get an alternative for the same price. And obviously friendships will be broken up.
And that's what these residents are worried about.
We've spent our money, our super, and this is our lifestyle. The elderly, I have not got a clue where would they put them.
I've got enough in the bank to bury me, and what I was going to get from here when the time came for me to move on to perhaps to daughter or somewhere, that was a little bit to help me see the rest of my days out. But now I get nothing, absolutely nothing.
Maria Hatzakis reporting.